Hello, so here we're going to just continue with what we did before. So these are the things we did in the previous video, so if you want to learn them, you check them out, flare and the likes. So this time we're going to deal with the upper part of the gathers, the ruches, the flare at the top part. So this is also going to be used, and we'll do calculation. If you want to get it explicitly and neatly like you saw it there, even more gathers, this is the way to go about it. So the fabric, it's on fold, so I just want to show you the length of it. So this is it. There are up to 2 fabrics here. All we just need is just a square shaped fabric like this, and I just turned it, folded it in a V shape so that you'd see it like this. So this is the length of it. It's 30 inches at this side and 30 inches at this side, so it's just 30 inches at all angles. So I have 2 of it, but I'm going to make use of 1. So I'll take out 1 of them, and then we'll use that one of them and fold it. We'll fold it into, see, fold it first, then fold it again. Can you see? 1, fold it again, and then fold it for the second time like this. So to be able to have it, so we're going to deal with them. So here it is. So the length of it, what we need, this is the length. We need 15.5 inches. So I'll just share it into 2. Can you see? So the 2 fabrics, I shared it into 2 and I kept 1 aside because we're going to make use of just 1. So in folding this, I measured that because this part has an excess there, we're going to remove it, so we don't want that to be in our, so cut it out, and then this is what we're going to make use of. So now you'd see why I got to this conclusion to make use of this length, because the length of it, I want my flare to be long enough, not too long to be droopy, but long enough to be able to, you see, that excess is going to be cut out. So here is the measurement. Length, our length we want up to 6 inches, let's say 6 inches, and then that's the length of the peplon on the around the shoulder or the off shoulder. And then for the circumference, which is round the shoulder, our circumference, we've already measured it, what we wanted. We measured it with our measuring tape in our previous video too. So if you want to just see the exact measurement, just check our previous video. We have up to 3 videos shared. This video was so long. So around the neckline, we have up to 39.5 inches. So 39.5 inches is what we're looking for, and we need up to 4 parts of it. So each part, if you watch our previous video, you also see we shared that into 2, but this one we have 4 parts of it. We want it to be a lot because 720-degree flare is going to be booming. So we'll divide this into 4 parts, and we have 9.875. So now we'll find our radius. Radius is always the corner, that circle, that small corner. So we'll do radius, normal formula, circumference divided by 2 pi. So if you watched the previous video, you'll be used to this formula already. This is just a fixed formula, and if you've hated maths, this is a math you should know. So circumference divided by 2 pi, and this is fixed. 2 pi is 2 times 22. Pi is 22 over 7. So 2 times 22 over 7. And so we'll just find the value. Use your calculator and you just get that value. If you don't want to go through the process of always multiplying 2 times the pi, that's 2 times 22 over 7, just find the value of it and write it down. So 2 times 22 over 7, we have our value down. So, but before we do that, our radius equals circumference, which is 9.875 divided by 6.285, which is our 2 times 22 over 7. So that 2 value, using your calculator, you find the value. It's very easy. So radius is equal to 1.5. So remember, in our previous video, we said we're going to take out that 5 because we want it to, because it expands when you cut it open, and we want an allowance for sewing at the top. So we're just going to do 1 inch. So add 6 plus 1, that will be our new length. Our new length is going to be 6 plus 1, which is 7 inches, and we'll get exactly what we're looking for. And what did you remember? The last time we said 4 parts. So we'll put this down. We'll now measure the length. Can you see? This is it on fold. So we'll measure the length of it. We have to get 4 parts out of it because we put, that's another one, but we're going to deal with just this one. So we'll measure the length of it, which is 7 inches. So we leave half, so it'll be 7.5 because we have an allowance for sewing at the bottom part. So we'll do 7.5 and do that all the way around like this. Once you just get the hang of this, it just becomes very easy. So don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And if you want to watch more of this, you can click the alert button so that you can be able to be alerted anytime that a new video comes up. And we're going to have a lot of new videos. So here is 1 inch, and we'll measure 1 inch all around like this, and ensure that it's the corner that is not open. Remember, the corner that is not open is where we're going to mark, while the bottom part that is open, you see that other bottom part, that's the part that is open. So we'll cut it out like this, and I'll show you the 4 parts. It just gives you a perfect circle, nothing touched, if you just follow these steps and do it this way. So we'll just cut it out around like this. I have to use a very strong scissors because the fabric was so thick, and you know the fabric is it's a strong fabric. And ensure that for this type of fabric, it has both sides looks alike. So if you make that mistake, you end up just sewing and having to loosen it and sew again because you've sewn the back part up or the wrong side up. So I used my chalk to mark where the back part is all around. So that's 1 circle, this is 2, this is the 3rd one, and then the 4th one. So I'll show you the next step to follow. All you have to do is this perfect circle, we still have to cut it open, and we make sure we cut it open at exactly the line where it's ironed out. So we have 4 parts, so we're just going to cut it like this. You can join them all together and cut them all together, but not to risk mistake, we'll just do them one by one. So this is one of it, and then we cut out another perfect circle. After cutting out all the perfect circles, we're going to join them together. So we'll use our pin and join them together. So this is the 3rd one and then the 4th one. Now we get our trusty pin cushions with our pin, and we pin them all down. So remember, wrong side up and right side down. So right side against right side. That's the clean side against the clean side, or the front side against the front side. So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to pin them all around like this. And immediately after doing this, we'll go straight to our sewing machine to sew them all together. So remember, this will also be done for the lining. So this is how it looks after it's all pinned down. So we'll do this, measure it round to see if this is the length we want. So after measuring it all around, I discovered that I still need 1 more, because I don't want to reduce the flareness. If not, I would have gone, if the fabric is not enough, you just go down by, let's say, 0.2 inches so that it can be wide enough. But I wanted to have that flare, so I added 1 more of this. Do you see? Well, that means I need 1 more circle. So quickly I got a fabric, I cut it open and measured the length. It's 15.5. Okay, perfect. And then I folded it, cut it out, folded it, and then drew the circle, exactly what we did before. So here's just a revision of the process all over again, but this time in a very fast pace. So 1 inch around, and the bottom part the same length we did, 7.5 all around. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow, and then many people that this would also benefit would be able to see this video all around. So thank you very much. So here it is. I'll mark all around, cut it, and we have our circle. So we'd use that and add to the other. So we did the same thing to the lining, but this time the lining I cut out 1/2 inch at the top, and then at the bottom part I reduced 1 inch or 1/2 inch because I wanted it to be up while the fabric is longer. So I used my ST, and a cotton ST. Cotton ST sits so well, better than any other ST. So I ironed it out and cut out the middle parts like this, and we have 5 circles. Remember, we added 1 more instead of 4, so we have 5. So I placed them all together like this, and then used my scissors and cut them all together because this is lighter, so it's easier to just cut them all together without mistake, and we're done. So we're going to join all those parts together. So here it is on our machine. We're sewing all the parts together, joining them together, the lining against the lining, and then also the fabric against the fabric. And now place the lining on top of this. Would use hemming gum. Remember, we're going to use hemming gum, and we're going to use hard net. So if you have a crinoline, you can make use of a crinoline, and crinoline will work perfectly. But if you don't have it, I'll show you how to make use of hard net to still get that crinoline look. So first I sewed the hemming gum against the lining and the fabric, the Ankara. So place them together and I'll sew them all together like this, all around. It just makes it easier when you're sewing the crinoline or your hard net to it. It will be easier rather than trying to arrange up to 4 things together: the lining, the Ankara. So look at the length of it. The length is very long. I used like several yards but cut 2 inches of the breadth. So I used up to 4 parts of it. Let's say we have 1 yard of it, so I cut up to 4 long strips of it. And now I'll place it, see it. I folded it, and then the open part is facing down. See it. The open part is facing down, and then I'll now sew it. I won't even try to push it in so that the other parts are out. I leveled it. There's a reason for that, so that when it's unfold and when I press it down, it will just slip perfectly. So the hemming gun will just hold everything down and it will just have that beautiful finishing you desire. So I sewed it all around like this, seamlessly. And can you see? And I trimmed excesses, and this is it. Ironed down, beautiful and sumptuous. It just looks as if it can be edible. So I had to cut out all those excess you're seeing there, and we're good to go. So here it is. So I weaved the edges and sewed it. So this is how it looks when it's weaved and sewn. So neat. So the mirror. And so here it is. So I'm going to place, this time it's not right side against right side. Right now it's going to be the Ankara against the back part of it. Can you see? So I'll place the Ankara against the back because it has to come forward. So at this other edge, after pinning the front part, I'll come here and use the other edge for this side. Can you see? You see how they are facing against each other, like they're backing each other. So I'll pin all this together all around till I got to this part. So I did from the zip part and then away from the zip part too. So this is what is left. So I'll measure this length, and that is where I'm going to get this length. I'll mark it first to ensure I know where it stops, and then I'll use my measuring tape to check the length of it. So the length of what is there, and to use our elastic band. So I measured round this part, and what we have is up to 11 inches. So that 11 inches, now we're going to cut an Ankara, just like maybe a pieces or something. So you cut an Ankara out and we have 11 inches. So I used this. The length of it is 2 inches. So unfold is 1 inch. So that's where we're going to attach and place our band inside. So our band is like half the length, but I advise that you do shorter than this because it won't grab as sweetly as it should. So I had to even cut it short a little bit more. So I sewed it inside like this, like inside the pocket. Can you see? And I stretched it. I'll now be sewing little by little. I'll sew like this all the way till it is locked in like this. And this is how it is. And I weaved all the edges and then attached it to that part you remember I marked, and sewed everything all around so neatly, and then cut out all the excess thread, and we are good to go. This was so beautiful. I love the outcome. I love how it looks. I love how it came out, and then just see how it looks on the body. Isn't this gorgeous? Just swinging all around. I love the finishing at the back and all that. So if you want to know how to put the zip and make it look seamless, watch our previous video. See you soon.